Alrighty. So I'm gonna do it very just for context. I'm gonna do it basically just like I would review Rick's gameplay or something. Like maybe not as deep, but because otherwise I could spend like 4 hours on this. But we're gonna go really in depth and trying to give at least a couple points to improve to every team. I'm gonna be reviewing, as you can see here, maybe, or is it too small, in 1.5 speed, so it hurries up a bit. But yeah, we're gonna start just quickly with drafts first of all. Wait, let me hop. Yeah, are we good? Okay, they didn't change yet. I can go here. Pause. Break. Shit. There. Up. You're gonna have a Katarina and we Gucci. Okay. But there's one thing I don't like in CG1's draft is that definitely when you see Lux Trash Caitlyn, okay, why not? You got a strong bot lane. It's debatable that you can put Lulu Vayne behind it early. Like, why not? Okay, that's basically the strat. You know, Trash very good early, Caitlyn very good early. Basically, they're saying, you know what? We're not gonna get too late game. You're not gonna be able to scale. Hey, Mozia. Olaf is there, okay, to say, you know what? We're gonna push early game a bit. We've got a bit of early game aggression possibilities. Trying to assure Vayne to get into the late game. Once they hit the Wukong step, you know, okay, you know what? Olaf jungle, Wukong top. There's one big weakness in those 4 champions. It's that they can't handle split push. It's literally impossible. Or they have to either send Vayne on side, which is the heart of the comp, so she can't really play then. Olaf is not useful against the split pusher like Fiora. And if you deny Wukong from being in a team fight, first of all, Fiora should be able to win. Like in longer fights, and second of all, if Wukong isn't in the team fight, it's a huge nerf for FMG's comp. So right there, the Fiora pick is amazing, but the Graves pick isn't. Because either they put Fiora top, great, that's what you want, but then you want a team fighting jungler who can maybe enable Caitlyn Trash early, etc. What do you expect? What's the point of analyzing these games? Okay, I'm gonna finish draft and then I go back on this. And Graves won't be enabling Caitlyn Trash to do stuff early. He's just gonna farm, and he's not gonna out farm a Vayne. Like, that just doesn't make sense, you know. So the Graves pick here really doesn't make sense. Either you take something very early to enable them, Lee Sin or anything like that. Worst case, Xin Zhao isn't amazing, but yeah, you see this point of, again, early aggressive jungler. Yeah, that's basically the best option. Or you don't take a split pusher, you don't take Fiora, and then you're gonna out team fight him. It's tough, but that's another option. You take Graves, you take another team fighting top laner, but Graves can't be top because he's not gonna be as effective to split push. He's not really safe, and Fiora can't really team fight well against all those champions. So yeah, that's a quick tip for CG1. While we get into the game here, I'm gonna re-explain so quickly for Ryu and everyone. So the point of analyzing these games is to provide some teams with, okay, how do you analyze a game? How do you approach? And why did this team or that team win or lose, according to me, at least? And the biggest point for me is that both teams / players have feedback on, hey, okay, maybe I can improve this or that, or this is something I can improve for next GameChangers or my ranked or whatever it is. And so, for example, for CG1 here, it's how to offer a better show at Valencia. I'm going to analyze Jugend and Demiral next stream. I don't know when yet, but we'll do it. So both teams can improve on their end, but also FMG and Demiral earned feedback and earned the way to, okay, you know what? Next GameChangers, I'm gonna prove that I'm mostly just top tier jungler farming players below. No, I disagree. There's a lot more to it. Like here, for example, I really think CG1 loses on draft. That's a very big thing. Drafts for me were really underrated during the gameplay, and there's a lot of maybe easy mistakes, but the teams don't really see either, overextending a lot, etc., etc. All right, so this is 1.5 speed. Basically, as you can see, Caitlyn Trash have the pressure. They're gonna push Lulu Vayne a bit behind. Nothing really specific right here. Lux should be able to bully Katarina a bit. Yeah, Stuart is focusing on bot lane, obviously, because that's where the early game is going to be important. Are Lulu Vayne going to be behind in early? Yes or no? That's the main point. Alright, let's skip here a bit. Pretty normal clear by Olaf. Pretty normal. Wukong re-healing is giga busted, by the way. Holy crap. Mirai being very aggressive, I like that. Why? Because Caitlyn and Thresh have prior early game. So that's great. Be aggressive. That's what we wanted. It's just, as I said earlier, with someone like Lee Sin and such. Does Fiora Olaf have faster clear? I believe that if you do it very, very well, I'm gonna make it. Olaf should be faster, especially if you play around his passive and such. But I'm not sure there's that big of a difference. But yeah, here we see different strats. Like Olaf tries to clear towards his Vayne Lulu, but by clearing full clear. Fiora had more of a scuttle prio. Both are, yeah, very different passings. But yeah, he's playing around his bot lane prio basically. So you can see Lux has prio too, or at least she can rotate. So that's really good. Yeah, they're able to steal the blue, and FMG can't too much right now. Except if there's an outnumbering coming. And Lux realizes that. She's speaking, hey, attention guys, or girls, game changers. I'm not going to be able to be here anytime soon. So either you get something really quick, like this kill, for example, and you get out, or you stop right now. That should be the call. And they're trying. There's a bit of a misplay on the flash, as you can see. Fiora tries to go for it. It's a try. It's very ambitious, and we see this aggressivity again, which is their game plan. Like, this should be unfortunate flash, yeah. So yeah, she ends up dying. That's catastrophic. Because right now, you give Vayne the first blood, which is giga huge. It's their win condition. Fiora dies into Caitlyn dies, and this is for Katarina, then for Olaf. So basically, FMG have 3 carries, Katarina, Vayne, Olaf, and all 3 start with the 1-0. So for me, there's part of, okay, you could play better, CG1 can win with this comp, but they gotta play at 90%, while if FMG play at 70% capacity, they win. That's the biggest thing. Why do they invade blue when Olaf almost always starts there? They can at least check it. And because they have double prio mid and bot, they can just go check and take some time. Like they have Fiora and Graves, so technically they're not playing the giga early game card, but they have early game through Lux having prio, Caitlyn Thresh, etc. So they're able to invest 5-10 seconds to see, okay, can I do this? Can I do that? Olaf, in my opinion, should start blue here. If Vayne Lulu are playing giga safe, or he should pass towards Vayne Lulu if he's saying, okay, you know what, I gotta hover them, I gotta protect them. So yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, the dive could be good, but I don't think with Fiora it's that easy. If you take a Lee Sin, sure, that's the gameplay. Take a Fiora, you want to farm, have gold, etc. It's way tougher in early. Alright, so here the game is basically in FMG's hands already, because they're so ahead. Yeah, there's 500 on Vayne, which is huge. There's an advance for Olaf, who's gonna go... Okay, Triforce, interesting. Didn't see that. But still, they're respecting. Like, she knows... It's Olaf saying he, but she knows, KT, that she doesn't have mid prio. Sure thing, I'm gonna respect. You know what? We scale in this game. I don't need to force anything. So yeah, Vayne Lulu here are a bit too ambitious. Like, they're saying, you know what? We gotta kill, we're gonna be good, etc. You're still Vayne Lulu. Like, it's Caitlyn Thresh, you gotta respect that. That's the biggest thing. Chill. Like, that's all you gotta do right now. Oh, thanks for the follow, Ryu. Alright. So as I said, the Graves pick isn't doing much either. Like, sure, he scales, he's gonna split, like he has the hull break already. But he's not able to push Wukong that hard. Like, he can't really dive solo, he can't pressure that much. I'm not a fan. Maybe it's a comfort pick. I don't know. That's... Yeah, I know Stuart said it, but as you can see here, the interaction between Trash and Lux was so unfortunate. We'll see the hook right there. The ult is gonna land, and I believe... Yeah, it should be able to... no, there was a nice heal by Che. Very good reflex heal, and anyway, a Trash hook saves. Yeah, and here Katarina does Katarina things, because she do be fed. And the rotate was cold. Like, basically CG1 are playing on the time bomb right there. Like, you know what? We are... Wait, where is... yeah, Fiora is there. We are 4, but diving, Lux isn't really well placed. You've got... Let's go back a little bit. She comes here, she sees Katarina. Okay, right there, she sees Katarina moving. She has 10 seconds to do something. You're playing on the time bomb and saying, you know what, I got 10 seconds. Either I fake a rotate, I go back to mid, and Katarina moves for nothing. I'm getting a back or something, whatever it is. I mean, she has Ludens already, so not that good of an option, but she knows she has 10 seconds to make a play. Let's see if my 10 seconds are accurate, but I think it is. It was 39, and Katarina jumps in at 49, exactly that. So yeah, she had 10 seconds to do something or get out instantly. Right there, she flashes, she's getting out, but still, they're forcing a bit in bot lane. It's up to CG1 to see, okay, you know what? Did we forget to call Katarina coming? Did Trash just decide to overextend with Caitlyn or with Fiora, etc.? It's up to them to see where the mistake is coming from. But that's the mistake. Overextending a bit too much when there's a Giga Reset champion right there. So yeah, that's a free Drake. Yeah, right now, FMG are gonna have to back. They know that, CG1. So technically, you should just run Herald and cash it in. You got Graves pushing, he can already start it, pull it out. Fiora's coming, Caitlyn with a bit of damage, or Lux, whatever, and you take the Herald for free. And I prefer Herald over Ocean Drake, so macro is poor. I'm focusing a lot on macro grids, so that's why I'm gonna speak a lot about that, and I'm not gonna be there like, okay, you know what, you could have flash queued this here in 0.1 second and it was giga easy. Like, that's not consistent in my opinion. You cannot say every game I'm going to be able to 0.1 second Q flash this, whatever. While you can say every game I'm going to think about where I'm going on the map, what do I do, what do I know, and how can I do it. That's, in my opinion, way easier. So that's why. Hey Shikari, how you doing? Alright, so they cashed in Herald, perfect. Vein swapping is interesting, but yeah, Angel is known for aggressivity, and I really like that here, so she's able to push, make the Herald useless. Graves make a slight mistake by going back into Olaf, which I'm not really sure I understand, but whatever. But Mirai cashes in the kill, so it's okay. But yeah, the Herald is kind of wasted. I know I'm a huge... I say that every stream almost, but for me, Heralds... Did they get the first turret because of it? Okay, no, they get first turret. Either you're 100% certain you can get a first tower out of it, which in my opinion, if they stop pushing and focus on the Herald, FMG... because it loses a lot of time right there. They try to go for the kill. It's risky. It almost succeeded in having 2 kills for Olaf, but yes, they're definitely gonna rotate on them. But yeah, they realized that. That's very good. I also like FMG's vision. Like they put a vision on the heralds. They got really a defensive line of, okay, here Wukong can't be dove when he's weak siding on his side. Very good. And they got a bit more, not offensive, but like vision to see if CG1 are rotating onto the Vayne Lulu who are going to be top. I really like that. Oda, something happened. Okay, Katarina missing is called by Lux, technically. Okay. Really unfortunate. I mean, he's overextending a little bit. Like, you know, Katarina's Giga Fed. Senny does a really good usage of her ultimate. Hey, Chronicler. Which buys enough time for Katarina to jump in, secure a kill. Like, yeah, it's not... If your Graves are not going to be there, like, okay, I Giga missed this, it's my bad 1,000 times. Like, yeah, it's a risk. You burn Wukong ult, technically, for it. He can't really split push out of it. It's not too bad. The only disaster for CG1 is that while this play happens, they're not doing anything top either. Like they're not doing anything bot or top, while FMG are being proactive bot and proactive top. So right there, if I'm Fiora, yeah, you don't even have time to push mid that much anyway. Yeah, it's kind of a disaster that CG1 loses top and bots like that. Fiora not being proactive enough on the map is sad because again, FMG are gonna outscale by far. I don't know why I wanted to say that. Hi, tap. Okay, I guess. So yeah, it's CG1 who have to be proactive, and it seems like they're just waiting for their death to come. And that's the sad part of this game. And right there, I believe it's kind of over. Like, yeah, sure, Fiora is ahead. But is Fiora really that useful in this game? If not split pushing, not that much. Like, Trash gets a kill, cool. That's not your win con anyway. See Fiora destroying Wukong, that's the point. That's why you want her to be top and to be able to split push. Because in late game, as a jungler, you can't split push. You gotta be on the objective side, which means Lulu, Olaf, and Vayne will be there, and you can't just split push in their face. It's not gonna work, so yeah. Alright, let's see a bit. I also don't like CG1 lanes assignment. Technically it's part of macro too, so again macro, but if objective is spawning right there, Herald is spawning first, Graves should be bot. If you want to play Herald. If you want to play Drake, okay, you can say, you know what, I'm gonna stall time. But then Fiora, Thresh, and Lux, and Caitlyn gotta be on Drake spawn immediately, or 5 seconds before. So we'll see if they do that. But that's the only reason you could put a Grave Stop with his Hellbreaker. Yeah, see? If they're playing Herald, as I said before, the only utility of Grave here is to split push or get Wukong out of the team fight, because Wukong is going to be more useful than him in team fight, obviously. There, he doesn't split, because both T1 towers are down and waves aren't under T2, and he lets Wukong join the team fight. So it's giga disaster. Right there, I'm CG1, I'm saying, holy crap, Wukong is there, they're all fed on the enemy team, we don't play this, we can't. I'm definitely not jumping in like that, burning flash and everything. Because even though you get a chunk, Graves isn't there, Wukong is gonna be able to get in at some point, or they don't even need it, because you're engaged into them as 5. That's the giga disaster. And yeah, if we just look at Graves during the whole sequence, so he pushed the wave, then he stays there, he wants to back but can't, he stays there, waits, I mean she, sorry, I keep saying he, she stays there, doesn't do anything, goes back, stays there, like she's just a spectator right there. So your name has to realize, okay, what's my duty in this game? It's not to watch my team crumble, like that's not what I'm gonna do. Yeah, communication and lane assignment have to be worked on for CG1. But FMG play really dominantly right there. That's good. Only Mirai is kind of stepping up a lot in CG1's shoes. And right there, in my opinion, the game is lost already. Like, Katarina has 2 items, while nobody, Graves has, but she's close to Rabadon already or something like that, so gonna be tough. Let's see what they're doing. And I almost didn't notice, but FMG unlocking mid tower is giga huge. Why? Because in mid lane, there's 2 people who can mid lane for CG1. It's Lux or Caitlyn. And both are very fragile when it comes to a Lulu Olaf gank, when it comes to Katarina just jumping on their face or whatever it is. So this mid tower is huge, because if Lux can't go further than where my mouse is right there, it means FMG have a free mid prio, which means easier ganks on the side. And ganks on the side means hello, Vayne gets ganks. So either Katarina gets 3 kills because Lux is contesting mid prio, or Vayne is getting fed because she gets ganks by Olaf, Katarina, Lulu. No matter the scenario, it's amazing for FMG. So the only play they have is trying to play around the Wukong. But remember that Graves has Hellbreaker, so technically it's a nerf. I'm not sure Trash is worse a Hellbreaker buff. So yeah, as you can see, Wukong just escapes for free and you can't do anything. Will the analysis be on the replay on Twitch? It will be Kazu, and I will likely upload it on YouTube too. But yeah, I know your manager, I think, for CG1. So yeah, that's gonna be useful for your players. Angel doing angel things, holy crap. But yeah, she's living rent-free in their heads right now. And if you pay too much attention to Vayne, Katarina is gonna destroy you, etc. So from now on, there's not too much. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm analyzing exactly for that, for CG1 to improve, for FMG players or team for next GameChangers, I don't know, to improve, etc, etc. Like, I really hope Season 2 will have a whole GameChangers circuit too. Would be gigapog. Yeah, it's okay. As you can see, they have free mid prio, which they're never supposed to have against Lux Caitlyn. But this mid lane turret gives them so much space. It's incredible. And what I really like too from FMG right there is that, you know, they're 5k ahead, but with a comp that is giga outscaling. So technically it's as if you had, I don't know, 10k gold ahead, something like that. And yet they're not forcing. They're really saying, you know what? Yes, we're ahead. Yes, we could maybe force. But right now we've got, what, 60% chance of winning and 40% chance of losing if we force now. If we wait 1 minute more, we're going to have 65. And 1 minute more, 70, etc, etc. So they're just saying, you know what? Come join us, because you're in the tough spot. We aren't. And that's great, great realization. Yeah, here Caitlyn being top means they can have a free Drake, or at least Drake position. And I believe that as CG1's comp, you don't want to face check. You don't want to face check Olaf, Vayne, Katarina, Wukong. So yeah, it's a bit tough. Now there's just steamrolling over everyone. Just rechecking Angel plays, because they're always very interesting. Yep, Fiora able to get holy nice focuses by CG1. So if you wanna, we're gonna put this a bit slower. Alright, so we can see Angel trying to get mid prio a bit, not that much, but her whole team is disengaging and she's saying, you know what, Giga Chat, I'm gonna go in. Okay, why not? I mean, you can try, sure thing. But she's taking a lot of damage from Caitlyn, Caitlyn Fiora. Che flashing in and healing, that's trusting her ADC, that's what you need to do as a support. But yeah, she's eating way too much damage right now. You see Che even eating Caitlyn's ult, etc., but it's not enough. Angel overextending a little bit right there. But I'm betting she knows that already. Alright, that's quite a shutdown, but on Fiora again, so not sure it's gonna be that useful. Sarat's outplaying everyone on her Katarina. Let's jump to next team fight. If I remember correctly, it was the last one. Never mind. This is a team fight, and I believe it's not the last one. But yeah, Olaf Ludo are gonna be able to run on everyone, and when it's not Olaf, it's Vayne, etc. Like, CG1 can't focus every carry they have at their disposal. Baron, Wukong. As you can see, again, the... come on. Why the hell am I... Okay, there. As you can see, Graves doesn't do anything. Like, yes, Wukong is hadn't got it. Yes, Hellbreaker, huh? But even without Baron, Graves couldn't push it. While they're even in gold, etc. Like, there's no real reason. One big reason is that it doesn't have anti-heal, which means Wukong can just freely heal with his Q every Graves damage, so that's a bit sad. But hey, who am I to say you need anti-heal against Wukong? So yeah, they're just able to run it down mid or bot, whatever. Katarina even pushing top, while it's not really that much needed anyway. And now they're able to focus whoever they want. Katarina gets the reset. Boom, boom, shakalaka. And this is over. Wait, it isn't? Ah yeah, true, they didn't yet. Never mind. Nice Wukong ult, by the way. As you can see right there. Right there, 3 people stunned again. No armor. Katarina can just freely jump in right there. Boom. And now it's over. Okay. So yeah, to summarize, I think both drafts are viable, but CG1 draft is 10 times harder to play. Like, they gotta be at 99% of effectiveness to have a chance, while FMG's one is way more easy to pull off, and the early game overextension is kind of a mistake, let's say. Alright, let's get to next draft. Let's see. I'm gonna directly go to the end so we can yeah, wasn't it the replayed match where they picked guys and it became Lucian or something like that? Let's see. Yeah, I think it was that, and then they were in game, and then they redid the draft exactly. So let's go back directly to the second draft. Okay, let's go before they swap. Okay, right there. Alright. Draft-wise, CG1's draft basically says, I'm gonna be very aggressive onto you. Diana, Nautilus engaging, Diana jumping onto you, Riven jumping, Galio obviously just ulting in and doing whatever the hell he wants. Ezreal can do a bit of both. Like, he can be kind of a bait. He can avoid the set ultimate if someone engages a Giga Nautilus onto your face or something. And he's basically very mobile. So I'm betting it's a comfort pick where they're just, you know what, I don't play Kai'Sa that much or whatever, I'm going to play Ezreal. It's going to be Gucci. For FMG, it's a bit more of everything at once. They do play the Fiora top, which I like. It's going to be a powerhouse in late game. Olaf again for comfort. Vex is really strong right now and can neglect quite of the mobility of CG1, but I think CG1 is just too mobile to be neglected. The one pick I don't really like here is Lucian. because he's not going to be mobile enough to dodge everything. Like a Kaisa can just change focus, or on any CC, she can just say, you know what, I'm going to TP to the other side of the team fight, come and get me. And Diana is not going to be able to reset on that. Riven only has 3 jumps, you know, she's not going to jump 10 meters. So yeah, you would be burning a lot of stuff with a Kaisa, which I prefer over the Lucian. So I'm not sure I get the change. But yeah, basically their gameplay is Fiora split pushing, so getting Riven out of the team fight, and then trying to giga chunk their front line with their Nautilus, Galio, etc. with Lucian, and Vex denying some mobility and protecting the Lucian. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. I have a tough time imagining how Olaf, Vex, and Lucian and Set will work together here. Okay, so let's get into the game. Early game should be kind of sleepy for both teams, because Lucian is early game, but Set isn't that big before he's level 5. It's gonna be tough, even though Doom dies level 2 against Set in lane every day, but that's just because Doom is trolling. The early game, as I said, is gonna be quite sleepy. What I really like here with the Galio 2 is being able to play or defend side lanes, at least, very easily. He's gonna be able to rotate on the Riven if Fiora Olaf dive. He's gonna be able to defend the Ezreal if Ezreal lacks wave clear, because that's the biggest weakness of Ezreal, it's wave clear. Like if a Giga wave gets onto him, if FMG are able to control wave management a bit better and like create a slow push into, okay, you know what, we're gonna force into your face, that would be a giga difficulty for Ezreal. But Galio is able to say, you know what, I'm gonna rotate on that timing and no worries, mates, like I got you. Right, let's skip a bit. So we see a potential dive here, but exactly. Diana is here to punish in time. Like both junglers are basically canceling each other, like both watching here. It's a very good predict by Mirai. Like even though a lot of people say she's smurfing whatever, game 3 she didn't play as good before, Mirai was really good game 1. And this move, for example, translates quite a lot of game understanding. Like she doesn't have any vision, but she realizes that, okay, Olaf should have done full clear, because that's the timer. Olaf should be there to support Fiora, because Fiora is their win con now, not Vayne anymore. It's really predictable by FMG. Very easy to say. So she's gonna be there like, okay, I'm gonna hover a little bit. I'm level 5, we can do something. That's really good. Like, even though it's not gameplay smurfing or whatever, it's outsmarting the enemy. That's very good. So both teams neutralizing each other. Alright, let's skip a bit so we can see what's happening. Both junglers also farming. They need to get gold because they're carry junglers. Riven obviously gonna have a tough time into Fiora. She's able to get fruit right there. So that's the utility of having Riven. She can clear very fast and just go back. She should have killed 2 here. She could have. I mean, she could, yes. But it's not really that big of a point anyway. And Olaf getting a kill is FMG's primary goal too, so it's not too bad for both teams. It's just a good neutralization, while technically Olaf Fiora should be better in the early game. Okay. Here FMG decide to trade Herald for Drake. I'm not that big of a fan, because again, either unlocking mid tower is important, because you would neglect Galio from rotating very easily, or at least from way further ahead. Like if he has to start from T2 to get to support his side lanes, it's more difficult, first of all. Second of all, it would enable prio for Vex to also be in the side lane. So she's basically saying, you know what, you can rotate faster, okay, but I have prio and I'm gonna be there already. So your ultimate is to catch up onto me and not to have an advantage. Would be Gucci too. Or FMG also need to have some early game calls. Like if you get Lucian or Olaf ahead, that's huge. Like they're gonna be your carries right there. So you need gold on them. Drake is more towards scaling. You can try to scale, but I'm not sure you need that much of a bet here. I don't know. I just prefer Herald mainly. Sarat is really good on the Vex again. Just curious to see one thing. Yeah, one other thing. If you go for Drake, one of FMG's goal will be to say, okay, you know what? We take Drake. We know they are top. Even Nautilus is top. Ezreal is alone. Let's build a slow push and not just crash away for no reason. Which means Lucian and Seth should be managing the wave to have one wave waiting somewhere here and to crash it when Olaf comes with the Drake buff. This one is crashing way too soon. Because now they got Drake, okay, but they don't have any wave to play with. So Olaf is gonna try to dive just without any wave or just go back. Or just waiting 10 seconds for no reason. That's a sad point. Yeah, because that's Giga overextension. I mean, they're able to get the kill. Let me just rewatch quickly how. But they got info on Olaf all the time. They see him, they keep seeing him. Diana is able to come, Galio is able to take prio. And guess what? Both are starting at the same time. But Galio was ultimate. You gotta know that. So right now you gotta just get out. I don't know if Sarah didn't call it or if those three didn't realize it was such an urge. But no matter what, there's an issue right there. Good ignite here on Ezreal, but yeah, Vex can't do anything right there. Shay is really smurfing a lot, like on the Lulu on the set. Very well played. Free tower on Mirai again. It's really good. The macro from Mirai is impressive. Alright, let's move on. They get Scuttle, okay, it's not that important anyway. And Riven is doing a really good job at staying close to Fiora. Like there's only 400 diff. Not too bad. So yeah. Didn't miss any question. Nope. Okay. Good. Yeah. Right there. I'm not sure I'm gonna watch Riven, but she should be staying. Because it's a small wave, she can just clear it with her 3 Qs, whatever, and go back, even if she trades a bit of HPs for it. It's not too bad. Yeah, she's staying. Okay, good. Galio showing mid again, but he should stay there anyway to help both top and bot. Perfect. Yeah, CG1 are doing a good job right there. Yeah, to recap for FMG, they're playing according to their win con kinda, but they're not playing enough according to the enemy lose condition, if I can say it like that. Like, what is the enemy team weakness? It's Ezreal wave clear. It's and what is their strengths? It's Galio compensating for that. So either abuse the wave management here, or you get Galio behind, so he's gonna be like behind in gold, in positioning and such. So he's gonna be useless. Good catch onto Fiora, who doesn't have a tower, so that's a good start. FMG are trying to answer, but yet again, the Galio covers it. Like, Galio is really the clutch pick. I'm your ex-girl. is playing it really well. Your thought on the jungle changes. Who do you predict will benefit the most out of it? I'm really waiting to see scrims ranked and such, how it's gonna go. Like, I'm not the type to bet based on just text and changes, because one thing I learned is that players and anything is so much more unpredictable, and everything is connected too much. Like I just want to see it and don't want to risk myself to predictions where I know I only have like 10% of the important information. Hey Aqua, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. That's a really good move by Riven too. Like any time of the day, Riven knows she loses that. Fiora has Divine, you don't have anti-heal, you lose it. And Fiora knows that, Senny. So she's gonna say, you know what, you fight me? Yeah, sure, why not? But they have info on Olaf being top. Israel is coming. Why not? 2v1, Fiora can't win this. Technically. Okay, good. So Fiora has to burn Flash to get out. And that's a win already right there for them. They're even able to play the set, who has to flash out too, etc. That's a really good play by CG1. They're really playing with the enemy team's brain and trying to predict, I can do this, I have this information, what can I do around that? That's the biggest thing. And that's why I want to analyze those games, because you can see a lot of these things, but it's not obvious thing. And a lot of people will see those games and say, okay, you know what, it's just draft diff, or I don't know, like Galio smurfing, whatever. This item was shit, whatever. I really think that's 5% of the reasons. Like, it has an impact, but it's so small compared to this, in my opinion. But I'm obviously biased, because that's how I coach, so yeah. I don't know if I said it, but hey Meal. Welcome to the stream, how you doing? Wait, so I missed this here. So they're getting a free Drake. Okay, why not, I guess. I mean, Fiora is doing her job splitting, and Riven decides to take mid prio. It's a trade. At least you secure a Drake, a Drake, while FMG already has one. Galio was an okay-ish ultimate, but wait, let me rewatch that fight a bit more slowly. Up. So they get the Drake for free. There's a bit of poke going on, but not that much. For me, right there, Diana should be doing it alone, and Ezreal should be poking already. Because Ezreal has free poke against everyone, while here it's FMG getting free poke for no real reason. Like Nautilus being midlife is kinda huge. Oh no, that's too much. Okay, whatever. Nautilus just used stone plates with one person around him, so it basically did nothing. Very good ult by Mirai. Like everyone's low, just base of one ultimate, and then Zonya in the meantime. So she's buying a lot of time. Like you see, CG1 can all focus on set, while FMG don't do anything for 3 seconds, and she jumps out. Very easy, very well played. It's impressive. Fiora gets the tower, so technically FMG traded it. They chose to fight. I'm not really sure why, because you don't want to fight 4v5 usually, but in the end it's... Yeah, 2 deaths and a Drake for a tower on Fiora. It's not a first tower. I prefer CG1 straight right there. Alright, let me get back to 1.5 speed. Up. Last 2 seconds. Oh, Nautilus getting a bit caught right there. She's confident. Okay, good. She doesn't burn anything anyway. I'm trying to say she more, because, yeah, GameChangers, but I keep getting back into the he. Please trash talk me if I do. Yeah, Fiora against Riven is gonna be tough. Galio has to come in. Oh, that was borderline ultimate. Galio realizes it, like, holy shit, I gotta go bot. The Riven stun that keeps Fiora in the ultimate is clutch. But I guess she's... Oh! She survived. Okay. Let me just rewatch that quickly. Yeah, she's coming slightly back, so Fiora doesn't fully get out of the ultimate. That's an additional airborne. Then she's airborne again. Then she stoned it, like, yeah, she can't do anything. It's too much CC. And CG1 layered it perfectly. Like, one person did airborne, and you see exactly when the airborne is gonna end, another one comes. Exactly when airborne was almost finished, toned arrived. Basically, she burns a lot. Like, she burns... Ah, she didn't burn within flash either. Okay. The nerves of your name were well played. Nice herald drop in the middle of the jungle. And if they're able to get mid prio like that, it's not too bad either. I guess they can push with it. If I'm Lucian right there, if I'm Angel, I'm staying mid. Because like you just see Galio split pushing without an ultimate. So basically Galio is isolating herself. And cold is the onion, because there's so many layers. Very good onion by CG1. Thank you, Mozilla. Galio right there is useless. No ultimate, he's splitting, whatever. Defend the Herald. Like, there are 4 mids, just stay mid, Angel. There's no reason to go contest. Because you can't split in time and threaten T2, and you're not useful to the team fight either. While here you could maybe engage and say, you know what, 5v4, why not, if CG1 are overextending a bit. But yeah, they aren't, so... Yeah, a bit of overextension by Angel. Thing is, FMG really don't appear on the same page right there. Like, Lucian is giga overextending, while they know that CG1 can rotate anywhere. Olaf is coming, but other people are backing. Vex cancels, but Shay doesn't. The communication here somewhere is a bit difficult. So Angel has to burn Zonia, she has to burn Flash, I believe. Yeah, right there. That's a lot. For no real reason. Like, technically, they could have avoided all of that. Yeah, just want to rewatch the focuses real quick. Ezreal is able to reposition very effectively. Nautilus is giga tanking it. And your name appears on Angel, which means Angel is dead. Oh, Mirai does it. Okay. The focuses are very clean. Like, they focus one person, dead. They all focus, all 4 you can see are looking at the same person. Next person is going to be dead. Then, you know what? Okay, we all focus the same person again. So CG1 are very on the same page, while FMG on this fight, to recap a bit, 1 person is pushing, 3 people are backing. Angel must call, I guess, hey girls, I'm a bit overextended, can you help, maybe? So Olaf comes, Vex cancels it, but too late too, Shay doesn't, comes back from base, but it costs Sonya, it costs Flash. Yeah, that's way too big of a very big price to pay for just, like, technically 1 or 2 waves you got as Lucian. And that you could have gotten if you were mid into top again. They can't threaten T3? Yeah, they can't. Okay. You just can... Sorry. You just reset, take a bit of jungle away. That's a very good move by CG1. Like, even though Micro and Surge, there are mistakes by both teams, I really believe both teams can learn a lot from the macro right there. And in my opinion, the 99% bonus it gives to how do you actually win a game, not by... I'm always saying flash queuing, but whatever combo you can do that is mechanically difficult. I don't care about that. Mirai is able to giga chat jump into people. Like, I don't care. You know what? It's a set. He can taunt me, but or she can taunt me rather. But whatever. I don't care. All right, Drake is here, so they're resetting. Galio pushed the final wave, so it's gonna push into CG1, and that's the issue again. Like, right there. Let's go back a bit. You see this, Drake in 30 seconds. FMG has to send Fiora top now. The waves are pushing. She has 30 seconds to set up a push that is going to threaten T2. So CG1 have to choose, okay, do we let Drake? Do we let T2? Do we try to fight both a bit? It's difficult. While right there, you can see Fiora is pushing, and she's only gonna back. Yeah, she's gonna back 15 seconds from Drake, which means she's there at 6 seconds away from Drake. She doesn't have time, to threaten T2. So she's way too late, and CG1 can choose to just take Drake 5v4 and then defend. So split pushing comps really need to be effective macro-wise. And both teams in game 1 and game 2 haven't really been able to do that. Because right there, like Fiora has TP, so technically she can join, but she's not going to be... Riven is going to be more useful than Fiora, even though Fiora is ahead. That's kind of a shame. Yeah, they're living in EU. Like, they might be from Chinese origin, but they're in EU and eligible for EU, so I'm just considering them EU. Wait, I'm just gonna... So I can play with space again. Okay, so... why is this staying there? Why can I not put break again? Let me do this again. Up, up. Okay, I can't like that. Okay, so to get back to the fight, so they can engage 5v4, they have the zone, they have everything they want. That's really Gucci for CG1. Nautilus is taking most of the damage. Set is able to engage, but do you really want to engage it that much when you're split pushing top and not even split pushing yet? So the FMG are in a tough spot of, okay, we need to pull the trigger, but we can't put our preferential trigger. We can't press that one because our split push isn't set up. So we have to force here, have a TP that's arriving later, and engage into a comp that wants to get engaged because Ezreal doesn't care. Galio can CC everyone who engages, etc. Yeah, that's really a tough one. They're trying to flip the Drake, and they get it, but that's a really tough decision to make. But it's a 50-50, so I'm not gonna give too much attention to this. But yeah, they're able to get the Drake. Olaf has to flip and dies for it because she's engaging into 5 people technically. And now they can follow up again because FMG had to burn every dash they had to get into the fight. So they have to either flash out or die. Yeah, the analysis of, okay, what is my comp strong at hasn't really been either done or respected. So yeah, free Nash right there. Angel really can't do anything about it, I believe. Yep, unlucky. Oh yeah, she was even gonna kill him there. Damage be like, holy crap. 17k Diana. And from there on, the game again is over, in my opinion. Let's just check this. Yeah, Diana is able to buy so much time. Look, she's technically 1v3. Like, it's a gigabyte positioning, but it's a 17k Diana. Does she care? Not that much. Like this right there. Ooh, quite some damage. They all lost as much HP as Diana did. The game is basically over at that point. Like she doesn't care. She burns so many flashes, so many ultimates. Really does not care. And her cooldown is also very short. They're able to split. Sunny can't really split push in time anyway. So they get a free tower, a free kill, a second kill. They can just finish the game from there on, I believe. Yep. Macro is important. Yeah, 1k per minute is huge, for sure. Alright, let's get to the most interesting one. Because it was so debated. Do you like Luden's Diana? I think in jungle you can't really build anything else. Like if you want to gank and have some kind of burst, etc. That's what you need, in my opinion. But yeah. Just as a reminder, no drama on this one, no accusations, no anything. Like I'm gonna be touchy on the ban hammer or the mute or whatever it is, timeout. I don't know yet how to do that, but I can learn very quickly. So please stay calm and try to think about game. Just erase names if you want, whatever. But try to really focus on how can any team play this better or whatever. So yeah, that's the free reminder. Yeah, I remember what I wanted to say about this draft. For me, right there, this is the biggest draft diff there is between both teams. Doom threatening, yeah, can be threatening. No, but for real, like I really don't want any drama. I'm doing this for the so everyone can improve. Like if you see this to improve everyone's ability to analyze other games or your own games. Spoiler, I'm really bad at analyzing myself too, so don't worry. But you learn that, and just yeah, share knowledge and make the game changer scene better, not worse. So Wholesome doesn't even know how to ban. All right. I'm gonna first analyze CG1's draft. Draft wasn't really that important. Yeah, I know we had the kind of debate, but for me, it's not about champion pool. It's about what does your team do and how does it answer. Like, it's not a bad comp by FMG, but it's. I never played Pokemon in my life. Flame me if you want. But I know that fire is beaten by water, I believe, type of Pokemons. So technically, you can have a Giga Fire Pokemon. It's super good, like Karma, Vayne, Wukong. It's so good, etc. But they're just simply beaten by worse water Pokemon because it just doesn't work, you know. I don't know if it's a good analogy or metaphor or whatever, but that's how I see it. Like it's rock, paper, scissors. You can have a Giga Rock. You're gonna still get beaten by the paper, even though it's a small paper. And that's a difficult thing. Like you can have small champion pools, but you gotta be able to play something else than the Giga Vein. And they showed it. FMG have shown other comps than this one. So why is this, even though it's a Giga Rock or whatever it is, why does this small paper beat it? Multiple reasons. First of all, CG1 are all about shield. Nautilus is Giga Shield. Obviously, Lux is going to give Giga Shield. They don't have a single Serpent's Fang. That's a big weakness in their comp. When you see so many, you need one, ideally. Second of all, CG1 have two choices, and that's a really big thing. Either they put Jason split effectively, and then Wukong can't be in the team fight. And then you're thinking, okay, let's say Jace is out, Wukong is out. How does a fight happen? So Jace is obviously going to even beat Wukong, most likely. Or at least not lose 2 towers to Wukong. Wukong is not a split pusher. It means Ezreal Lux can freely poke Vayne, Karmax, and Soraka. Technically, they should have some anti-heal, so Soraka isn't as effective to re-heal it. And they don't have any engage. Like Wukong is their engage. And he's splitting. So Wukong is locked and they can't do anything about it. So Karma, Vayne, Xin, Soraka are just gonna get poked down and not do anything. Other option, Wukong is in the team fight, but Jace is there too. Even though Wukong can engage in, let's say, 5 seconds after a fight starts, and that's really fast, they got Jace, Lux, and Ezreal as poke damage. That's huge. You need more than just one engage too. Because obviously Lux, Ezreal, and Jace are not going to group up. Wukong can catch one, maybe 2 people, but likely Nautilus plus someone. They're still going to get giga shredded by everyone. So basically, CG1 should win anyway. They need Vayne to giga clutch it. They need Xin to have very good, very good flank. And Xin is more of a front to back champion than an engage one. Like he's going to be able to disengage very easily, but there's no world where CG1 are engaging unless they're 10k ahead. So yeah, what do you do? Like I'm really having a tough time saying what is FMG's win condition right there. They can disengage very well. Xin, Soraka, Wukong can disengage, but CG1 are not going to engage. So not a big fan. Quickly checking the questions because I saw a couple. Giga draft pick to win. Yeah, the draft diff for me is huge. Like I know people will disagree because drafts are subjective, but I don't see how FMG can play this. If you've got other opinions, jungle is pretty even, mid very even, but in favor of CG1. They can't win. It will be hard for them past mid game. Yeah, that's where I disagree with you because because yeah, even late game, like FMG don't have a single, like in late game for me, yeah, the champions scale and have more or less impact. But the biggest thing for me is how do you play a comp? And FMG can't play no matter what. Like no matter how they play their comp, they're gonna be weaker than CG1's answer to it. Unless CG1 Giga Troll, but I'm speaking draft tips that's equal capacity. Like if FMG plays perfect and CG1 perfect, CG1 wins. But if CG1 play at 80% and FMG2, same, etc. There has to be like a Giga gameplay diff to compensate the draft diff. That's how I see it. Normal game, FMG wins if they're able to prevent early dives on their dual lane. Yeah, I really don't think so. Like I don't see how they can play on late game, but we'll see how they play it. Yeah, second wave too, but on objectives like on the Baron, on Elder Drake, etc., there's no way they can contest anything FMG. And that's the difficult part. Okay. So yeah, for me the Xin is the problem. Like you get an engaging jungler, sure, why not? Because you got options. Why not? But you need to be able to outbook Ezreal, Lux, and eventually Jace, and that's just very difficult. Early game, I agree, both teams are just sleepy. Like for me, both teams should arrive even at 5 minutes, but the team fight can't be won by FMG at 5 minutes, so CG1 takes a small lead, or they trade objectives. Then next one, same, etc., etc. And for me, as you say, so Vayne is the win come from FMG, but Vayne gets countered by everything in the enemy comp, literally. So if you have a win con that can't play the game, that's gonna be the difficult part. And obviously, if one or the other team gets an advantage early game, it's giga huge. But I think both teams in early and mid, etc., like outside of objectives, they're kind of even. None of them can do much about it. Very good trades, top lane. Yeah, there's not too much happening right there anyway. Very good trades by Senny again. Like Senny has really shown she's one of, if not the best top laner of the tournament when it comes to pure gameplay. I don't know why this stays in the middle. Look at that. Whatever. It doesn't work. Okay, whatever. Okay, so Lee Sin. Yeah, that was an important part. So Lee Sin pretty much doing the same as first game, I believe. She sees, okay, you know what? Top lane, I should have prio. Bot lane is gonna suffer because it's Ezreal Nautilus. But Nautilus with the item can just compensate for wave clear. So it's not too bad. They can't really dive with Vayne Soraka either. So yeah, my Ezreal isn't in danger. I can invade blue. Good analysis. I don't know why Jay's back here, because that's for me a mistake. Unless they want to bluff, like, you know what? Jace is backing, so FMG must think Lee Sin is not invading. It's risky, but why not? Look, Sin keeps rotating. He sees Lee Sin with blue buff. He's there like, like she sees, sorry. Lee Sin with blue buff, like, shit, I'm screwed right there. I gotta change my rotation. I'm gonna go either for dive or the enemy blue buff right there. And that could be a good call. Why not, technically, because Ezreal can't do much yet. But you don't have to giga flip it either. Ezreal kinda ending right there. Can you go back to see the vision level 1, 2? Yeah, it's an invade without vision, I agree. But as I said right there, I believe they got, wait, let me just check. They got info on Xin. Yeah, see, they're pinging Xin. So if she knows Xin is bot, they don't care. Sure, go invade. Like it's really good. They know they have prio mid. They know they have prio top. Go for it. Jace's backing is kind of meh, but as you can see, the bluff worked. Like FMG don't suspect Lee Sin to be there, and they have info on Xin Zhao the whole time, so she can go for it. They know Scuttle is here. Lux takes the info too. She's always safe with the Lee Sin. GameChangers was set in how many months? Yeah, they only had like a couple weeks or 1 month to train, so. But yeah, and as you can see, FMG is surprised, like, holy crap, why does she have blue buff? I gotta go back to the enemy blue buff. So the bluff was real. Is it a risk? Yes, but is it a thought move? In my opinion, from what I can see, yes. It's really well played. And they realized, like, come on, we gotta go to blue buff very fast. It's a bet. Like, they went to the casino and they won. Israel kinda inting right there. So they're able to cash in a kill, and that's really huge. Although it's on Soraka. Kinda meh, but okay, you don't get a second one. That's where I'm disagreeing. Like, you get 1 kill, great. Trading a kill for a blue buff, technically, for their blue buff. Good, you take that trade any day. You burn Nautilus Flash too. But here, Angel from your steps. The flash in as a Vayne level 4 is too much. There's a great kick by Mirai, but they all realize, like, what the hell is Angel doing? And that's where they realize, okay, you know what, we can cash in a free kill. Even though she gets a kill, it feeds Lee Sin. And I think it's really risky. Like, in the end, it's not too bad for Angel. She gets a kill. But it's really risky. She could also have just died without any kill. That's really difficult. Lee Sin is gonna be able to get the blue buff, I guess. Ah, yeah, no. Here was the overextension. Now I remember. Okay. They decide to stay here, but Karma has no mana, so she's technically useless. Soraka starts being a little bit low, sorry. While they're all level 5 here and quite full life. Lee Sin is gonna be mobile, so he can't be really killed, and now they can get every kill they want. So for me, the big thing is right there. Karma is out of mana, you can't fight anymore. And all of this for a blue buff is really not worth it. Especially like Lee Sin gets it back anyway. No, and Lux gets it, sorry. With the kill. Ah, Vayne dying again. And for me, this is where the game is tough. So for now, technically no team has taken, like, as Giga Smurfs or taking a big advantage before one team starts to go too far and overextend. Yeah, exactly, it was not worse. Like, technically you could say for Vayne as a solo player, kinda, you take a kill, like you do some and kill to give a kill, but you're Vayne, you're getting some gold early. Why not? But the rest of the team has to realize, okay, what was I gonna say? Yeah, like, our Vayne is dead, we don't have mana, we don't have sums, let's just get away. And that's what FMG don't do right there. And that's why they all get a lot of kills right there. And technically no one really smurfed on CG1's team, and no one really smurfed on FMG, or no one really threw anyway. It's just the team play of, let's just rewatch it one by one now that we've seen everything. So FMG call, we need to blue buff. They go back to it. They're like, okay, shit, maybe we can't. Okay, Ezreal is throwing, let's go for him. For her, sorry. The focuses are really good. You get a first blood. It's on Soraka, but whatever. They can even chunk Nautilus for free. Sure, do it. Go ahead. Like, have fun. Vayne goes for it. Okay, it's some 1-for-1. It's a kill for Vayne too. I mean, yeah, okay-ish. Those 3 have to get out. Right now, you don't do anything anymore. Like, Karma, no mana, you get out. And here's the mistake. Because right now, if FMG stop, they're 1k ahead. 2 kills with 1 on Vayne. She's giga ahead in gold ahead. Jungle's a bit behind, but she's not a win con. Top is pretty much even. And support is ahead. You stop right there, you're good. Because you scale well, you got a lot of gold early, and your win con has the most gold in the game. Gucci, just stop right there. That's where the mistake is. Because suddenly you give 2 additional kills. Angel tumbling in right there is kind of a mistake too. Because she doesn't have the tumble to dodge any CC and she dies too, and that's where the second mistake happens. Yeah, this has really nothing to do with anyone smurfing or whatever, for now at least. And now if you redo the balance, so Jace is somehow behind. I guess she cashed in once, but okay. Jungle is 1k ahead. Ezreal, boom, 400 ahead instead of being 400 behind. Lux being giga ahead, etc, etc. And yeah, as you say, Ibrahims, it's the same mistake CG1 did in game 1, exactly. And that's why I want to point this out. Like, the dive was okay though, just pure mechanically. Bali, let's keep respectful. But yeah, everyone here was everyone was playing really well right there. Exactly. Like stealing blue was leashing, yeah, okay, it's good, but do FMG really need blue anyway on Xin? They don't really care. Like it's a bit of gold. The big difference is right there, and even then it's still 1k, like it's manageable. For me, draft diff is huge, and in addition to that, you overextend with a comp that cannot overextend. That's a lot of things. Alright, so Drake is coming. And Herald. I don't know why both teams want to play Drake, but I guess why not? I would argue that Herald is more important, especially for FMG. Why? Because they can find around Wukong. Wukong can join for a team fight if CG1 contest. And second of all, you get towers away from either Ezreal or Lux, or even Jace. Like they're all 3 vulnerable laners. If they don't have a tower, they're very vulnerable. While right there, you're positioning pretty weirdly. Okay, no, Karma is coming too. But again, Karma, I know. She has mana this time, never mind. Nautilus can tank the world. Ooh, very good Lux ultimate. Yeah, they're both positioning onto, like, close to a wall, so Lux can basically Q right there, and she's gonna get both no matter what. Boom, both rooted. Boom, the ultimate, and that's too much. Because there's CC layering of Lux Q, Lux ult, Ezreal ultimate, that's way too much damage. Holy crap. And the kick, like, that's maybe something else that a lot of teams don't think about. CG1, every ability or every key ability in CG1 is a line, a straight line. Ezreal ultimate, Lux Q, Lee Sin kick. So ideally, you don't want to be caught in a line. And what happens right there? FMG keeps staying on one same line. One line forms, a second one forms, a third one forms for Ezreal ult, and a fourth one forms for Lee Sin kick. Boom. There's way too much. Like every AoE ability that they can get, they get it. And that's very difficult. And Jace is even able to cash in half a tower. What is Clue saying as stupid things again? Need Serpent's Fang on Wukong. Yeah, obviously. Duh. Exactly. Like those are really, I think those are some things. I hope that in League they think of that. But yeah, like realizing that a comp needs line positioning, like the FMG need to avoid lines, etc. Or as CG1 you say, okay, you know what? Vayne is about catching people, Xin is about separating people, etc. Like those are gonna work well together. Let's not isolate. Let's stay as a group. Vayne is gonna have a hard time focusing different people, killing people one by one, and we've got AoEs, etc. Those analyses, how do you say the plural of analysis? Those analyses, I guess, are really lacking for now. So yeah, Lux and Ezreal are able to put a lot of damage just because of the setup their team creates and FMG let them. And yeah, Wukong can't really solo kill Jace, it's difficult. Like Senny is smurfing really hard and almost able to do it. But it's yeah, a bit too difficult. One thing for Senny, she sees Lee Sin, immediately goes away. That's really well played. I think you gotta keep your clone right there to dodge Lee Sin, to dodge something from Lee Sin at least. Because if you clone immediately away, yeah, you get a small dash, but that's about it. Or you flash to dodge the Q, but you can't flash after. Because there she burns clone and flash and still dies and lets the Herald. That's a bit too much. Quickly checking chat. Game pretty much over. Yeah, exactly. And from here, it's pretty much over. While again, so many people said, yeah, Lee, BRI, smurfing, whatever. Nothing like that happened. Like, literally, she played well, yes. Like, I'm not trash-talking BRI, let's be clear, she plays really well. But it's not Canyon jungle diff. Like, far from it. Really not. Like... Clue easy, you gotta say how many games Rick's lost with 4k. Oh, you can't imagine how many games Rick's lost with 10k gold lead. So but yeah, macro is the hard part, as Mozilla says. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I like the turn this conversation having, kinda. Okay, I missed this. Good productivity by FMG. They realize, okay, you know what, we gotta do something. Are we able to do it with Wukong against Chase? It's gonna be tough. So you know what? Our win con is vain. Ezreal doesn't have a good wave clear. Let's dive. That's exactly what I told them to do last game. And that's how they utilize it now. We got a wave, let's play around it. Come on, Cam, stay on bot lane, please. Thank you. Okay. If it was a... okay. Let me just realize that, even though it's gonna be with the minimap or whatever. They try to burst Ezreal, but yeah, it's really tough to catch an Ezreal with this comp. Like, see, that's what I also mean with Draftive. Like, Ezreal is able to escape so much and play around them. So difficult. No player can win a game alone. Exactly. I agree. No one said 1v9 jungle diff? Kinda. Let's say many text could be interpreted like that. Let's say it like that. But, did you already watch Yugen in Demaral? No, I'm gonna do it like a next stream, not today. Because I'm gonna either play a bit, I don't know yet, Wild Rift or Valorant or something, I don't know. But, and here, let's just watch quickly. If you're Lee Sin, full life, with ultimate right there, you at least get a double kill any day. Like, even I would do that, even though you do not want to see my Lee Sin. I assure you, you do not want that. And even I would get the double right there. Like, it's really not difficult. Because she uses kick on one person, literally, and just takes the Q on next one and auto attacks. Nothing impressive. Like, but she just realizes, okay, what do I have to do? And that's something I told about Mirai. That's something I said about Mirai game 1 and game 2 too. Like, she wasn't giga impressive. How to play Lee Sin today? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that, Bansko. Like, Mirai wasn't amazingly good game 1 and 2. Oh wait, let me just... because my music isn't being updated. What was I saying again? I can't remember. Yeah, Mirai is playing exactly the same as game 1 and game 2, in my opinion. What is the difference then between a DF4 Yumi Eve player and struggling challenger? No one thing in the game 1 is hard in a nutshell. I think the difference is ranked versus competitive. As competitive, you have communication abilities. You have it's not for no reason that I'm giga stuck in diamond or whatever, because my strength is in mechanics and such, and I strongly believe that ranked is way more about mechanics and way less about macro rewarding. Because try to put in some kind of macro in ranked, and you're just gonna be trash talked by people who say Fiora has to join team fights. And so that's a big thing. Like, how do you actually play around that? So I really don't care about ranks. Like, yes, a lot of teams recruit based on you gotta be challenger or your coach how you didn't reach GM, whatever. Like, I really think ranked doesn't have anything to do other than game time. Yeah, it is nothing special mechanically. It is special to realize how you gotta play your champion in every fight. That, and there are also just people who step up when pressure rises, etc. Like, I think FMG never played as bad, aka becoming a 10 out of 10 team to becoming a 9 out of 10 team. In these series, while CG1 are rising. Like, they're able to analyze and not make a single wrong decision, but they're not giga stepping up mechanically, etc. That's really cool. Thanks for the follows, Danger, Hurricane, and Uramaki. I mean, it's my opinion that it's nothing very special. It's special to be able to handle pressure that well, but that's it. Well, that's what I mean with nothing special. Like, this is competitive gameplay. It's a semifinals of a big tournament. And that's special to be able to do that. I'm just saying mechanically it's not giga huge, because I really do not think it is. But I also don't think 90% of the Snapdragon series is giga impressive. So yeah, I'm gonna refocus on the fight a bit. There's Xin using the kick to just disengage. Okay, yeah, and FMG initiating the fight slightly too early. Like, Xin pulling ultimate here is a bit too early if you're not gonna cash in on the kill immediately. But that's gonna be difficult. They're just burning the clone away up. Wukong has a good engage there, but again, Vayne isn't there. So when it comes to WinCon, it's like, they really cannot get onto CG1's comp. They can't engage reliably. And once they're all low from poke, now they can engage. Because if you look at now, all the carries are almost full life, and here a lot of people are low life already. Senny is gonna get one-shotted. Very good for... Okay, no. She doesn't die because Wukong thinks. The Xin is getting one-shotted. Now they all target Angel while they can. Gets out, yeah. They disengage. Ooh. Okay, this one is impressive. I don't know if she saw Senny backing or if she wanted to target Sarat, but no matter what, it's that's good understanding. Indeed. And yeah, here they can just force. They're what, 10k ahead, 10 minutes. Very well played by them. Yeah, they saw Wukong, but like, for all they know, she could just get out of the bush on the other side and just go back instead of backing there. But yeah, I guess they're just gonna group for Drake. Okay, no, Jace is split. Doing Herald. Okay, I forgot that one. So they're confident enough to say, you know what, 4v5, we're not afraid. And they do lose the Smite battle. But they do get the Herald. Okay, so they one-shot him, basically. Karma overstepping. I guess pressure somehow got to FMG, because there's no way Karma keeps stepping up for 5 seconds while everyone is backing. Like, as you can see, they're all around the pit, and CG1 can just choose to engage anyone. They choose Karma, because it's the best choice, obviously. That's a free kill at that point. I'm gonna check the remaining questions after the game, so I can Yep. Alright. They know that bot's jungle should be taken because Drake appeared and such, so Xin is gonna come here. Come on, come. Yeah. Good catch. Yeah, it's really mind games. Like, to rephrase, it is impressive. Wait, let me do so. Bansku, you are mod, so if you see something that you wanna moderate a bit, feel free. I'm gonna try to focus on this, and if needed, you just add me, and I'm looking deeper into it. But I'm gonna focus on the game for now. This is maybe something that we can call impressive indeed, but it's more impressive to be able to realize that during the game, and that's how I coach people individually and such. It's being able to realize, okay, bot jungle is down, Xin should be here to farm, I can catch, if we do this rotate, I have prio top, I mean, on Baron lane, etc. That's impressive. Alright, I see some messages, I'm gonna quickly moderate that and then we get back to analyzing. Okay, I'm gonna quickly address the suspicion thing, and then after that we just get away with it. And yes, Phoenix, this is gonna go on YouTube. Yep. So a lot of pros saying it was suspicious, and not gonna lie, from any team. Correct, there are players I like and will like a bit less who said it. Whatever. I don't care. I think we cannot, as a community, say anything about suspicion. The only people who can talk about suspicion are the teams who are playing, first of all, and the only people they should be talking to is Riot and tournament admins. As a community, and I said it to a lot of people who came to my DMs, we should not ever talk about suspicion, because this is basically like witch hunts in the, I don't know, 1600s in Europe and United States and such, where people said, you look like a witch to me. I have no real objective proof. I only think you're sus. So we're going to put you on a fire or drown you into water, and if you're a witch, you're going to survive it. Like, basically, for me, that's it. It's the same. So as a community, we have no point in trying to make justice by ourselves. We do not have any data. We only have suspicions, and that's us. You know what? Let's shout it out loud and see what comes out of it. We don't care, like, literally. So I'm not targeting anyone here. Like, I just think anyone speaking about suspicions as a community should just stop and makes a mistake, because it's human, but it shouldn't happen at all, because it's not our role as a community. So if you think someone is a witch, address yourself to Riot. Whatever, but don't start wanting to do justice yourself or convincing people or saying this is sus, but it's not. I'm not judging, but this is sus. Whatever. Like, we don't care. We don't have any data. Playing good, playing bad, yes. Stepping up or stepping down, kind of. Whatever. She's a witch. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But witches are cool, you know. Like, I like learning magic. So yeah. All right. If that's fixed, then I can go back to the game. So for context, they kill Xin, okay, they kill Senny's clone, Pog. They see Vayne is bot. Yeah, FMG need to farm somewhere, so it's good that they're giving farm to Vayne. But they need to avoid fights at all costs. Do they have vision on Lee Sin right there? I can't see exactly, but I believe Karma sees Lee Sin. So if I'm Karma or Soraka... Okay, Karma. If I'm Karma, I'm putting a ward there, just to have vision on what Lee Sin does. I know it's a ward very easily spent, but okay, I'm gonna answer your question after, Ryu, because I'm gonna end the game first, and then I'm gonna answer questions. But yeah, because here they didn't have any info on Lee Sin coming. I mean, or where she's gonna go, Mirai and such, so it's difficult. And Soraka just gets Giga focused for free. And once Soraka is dead, they don't have any heal, and that's gonna be the tough part. And they're just, yeah, way too ahead to be stopped anyway. They're gonna cash in. They reset again. CG1 are very smart in saying, okay, you know what? We gotta win. Let's cash the win in, get additional items that give us a bigger advantage after it, and go back at it with higher odds instead of trying to just, you bet something and then you do the casino again. That's too big of a risk. And this is exactly how I wanted FMG to play last game. And this is, for example, not on Mirai, it's on literally everyone in CG1 understanding their gameplay and win condition. Jace has Hellbreaker, so she's really good at split pushing. What is she doing? She's on the opposite of Baron. Baron is right there. As soon as Jace sees Xin engaging, they all ping Baron instantly. And that's exactly how you gotta play split push. They're not trying to save Jace, whatever. They just go for it and cash in a free Baron. Nautilus should be faster, they should be more effective at doing it, etc. But yet, they still get it, even though they weren't really optimal in getting it. And they're the AoE, holy crap. Look at Nautilus stuns 1, Lux roots 2. Look at this amazing, beautiful line. Pew! Boom. Holy crap, the damage. So yeah, FMG now are low, they can't really do too much, or they're gonna get punished. Boom. A kill, second kill, and there it's over. That's not predictable, like that's kind of unfortunate for FMG. Let's just rewatch it real quick. So CG1 are having the right win con. Okay, split push into Baron. They're not the most effective at doing it. Nautilus should be tanking the Baron, so Lee Sin doesn't get the damage debuff. Yeah, Nautilus is just gonna... Oh, he didn't even suicide. How did he end up there? Wait, is it the Vayne Condemn? What pushed? Ah, Xin ult. Holy, yeah, Xin ultimate saved him. I mean her. Able to be free, and yeah, Angel realizes, okay, you know what? This is our best chance. We're 10k behind, they have Baron. We need to do something now. Except his team can't too... Her team, sorry. Can't too much, and she gets targeted way too easy. And now it's the freest fight ever. They're having really good focuses, targeting people one by one by one. And the game is over. I guess. Wait, it isn't. They're really taking their time. Holy crap. I mean, technically it is over. It's up to them to giga throw it with a 20k lead at 60 minutes. They catch Xin Zhao off guard. I'm not sure what Xin is doing. I mean, yeah, she's in her jungle anyway, but yeah. Easy catch, they can just push now. Senny gets a good ultimate, but it doesn't matter if you don't have damage to go for it after. They even get another T3, do they? Yeah, they do. Get another T3. And they're still waiting, holy. Mirai really wants to go for it. Like that. Oh, hey Matteo. How you doing? Alright, yeah, 20k diff. Holy. That's the freest Baron in existence. And boom shakalaka. That's what, like third Baron, I think? Something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna address it after you. Like, I've got another way to phrase it, let's say. I'm gonna, like, my way of saying it, I agree wasn't a good one. I'm gonna specify it in like 2 minutes. Just gonna watch the end of the game real quick. Yeah, focuses are Gucci, you get Azonia. Nautilus stuns Angel just to be sure she doesn't clutch something somewhere. And yeah, basically they're free, like, when it comes to finishing the game. Boom. Okay. I'm first gonna summarize the game. Then I go back to the nothing impressive phrase, and then I answer other questions. about the game itself here and maybe the whole series. Individually, I think FMG had better step-ups than anyone else. Like, individually, I think they're better than CG1. Sunny was giga impressive. Angel, when played around and when in good position, is individually very impressive too. And has the, not the nerves, but like, she knows when she needs to pressure something, when she needs to go, etc. Yeah, she has a really good potential. Like, I believe with some training and with a proper team around her, she could be in a very competitive team, Snapdragon series, whatever. Same for Sunny. I think it's all about uniting a team about a win condition and how to play it. So for me, you put a really good coach around them who communicates about that and works on their communication and their macro and their realization of what you need to do and when. They could giga step up for next GameChangers, for real. Whereas CG1 individually were a bit less impressive when it comes to outplaying or, you know, the trigger of, okay, I'm going for it. But they always played, except game 1, according to their win condition and drafted according to it, even though it wasn't giga champion pool. It was up to comfort, up to how do we play together and how does it work. We're a team, let's play as a team. That was really good. Now to get back on the nothing impressive kinda, I phrased it wrong. Indeed, it's not nothing impressive. It's they never did a turbo 120% acceleration, I guess you can say, call it. They never giga clutched the 1v5 thingy, which FMG sometimes did, but they never did something bad either. And the balance between doing something good, something bad, or being consistent is indeed in favor of consistency. And that's something we never talk about as a community, and that's something I really believe in. I shouldn't phrase it as nothing impressive. I should phrase it as they're being giga consistent, and that's great. So I agree with you that I should say it differently, indeed. But yeah, it's more about the community rewards a lot of the time. Wow, the giga outplays, he 1v9'd this game, but he threw the last 5, but we don't talk about that. For me, it is consistency. And being consistent and check marking everything you need to do for a good fight. Yeah, I mean, you need a broad understanding for consistency, in my opinion. Like, if you're consistent in understanding everything there needs to be, it leads to consistent performance. Yeah, exactly. For me, consistency is about performance, not consistently being good or bad. It's consistently being performant, obviously. And for that, you always need your doses of understanding, your doses of mechanics, your doses of macro, micro, whatever you want. That's the biggest thing. So yeah.